Is Australia's underemployment rate on the rise? Let's have a look. Good evening, everyone. I'm Florian Heiser, and I've got my stein of coffee. I hope you do too. I thought today we'd look at an article discussing our unemployment rate and how it's holding steady, but discuss what it isn't actually saying. So let's look at the title here. Unemployment rate remains steady at 5.2% despite an extra 42,300 jobs. What does that tell me? If this rate is staying steady, but we've got extra jobs. Instinctively, I'm leaning towards underemployment, and this is where people are not able to work as many hours as they would like to. Now, if we look at our unemployment rate, up until recently, measured every quarter, it was trending up. So the fact that it's now stable as of today is a good sign. But yeah, I think we're leading towards more underemployment. So Australia's unemployment rate remained stuck at 5.2% last month, despite the creation of 42,300 jobs in May. The Bureau of Statistics figures showed part-time employment increased by 39,800, while full-time employment only rose by 2,400. So I wonder how many of these part-time workers want to have full-time work, and that's where the underemployment argument comes in. The increase in jobs failed to reduce the unemployment rate. I'm going to bugger that up over and over again, because a record 66% of adults were either in jobs or looking for work last month. Okay, well, see, that's good. That's our participation rate. That means the number of people that are participating in the workforce, that just haven't given up or aren't on disability or out of the workforce. That's good. That's a great sign. Commonwealth Bank economist Belinda Allen said there were a few factors causing more people to look for work. More people are looking for work. The reasons why are likely driven by a number of factors: weaker household income growth, housing affordability, and low return on investment for older workers, she wrote in a note on the data. However, economists said the job growth and stable unemployment rate are masking the true level of weakness in the economy. Well, if we look at this, what does this tell me? Maybe someone has had their hours reduced. So the partner has to go and get some more work, or take a part-time job, or maybe positions are being removed, terminated, or replaced with part-time positions. When times get tough, firms cut hours. It's that simple. The ABS reported that monthly hours worked in all jobs decreased by 5.9 million to 1,775 million hours. Well, there you go. The vast majority of jobs created were part-time, and as a result, the underemployment rate ticked up to 8.6%, said Sarah Hunter, the chief economist of BIS Oxford Economics. I need to get that underemployment rate reference for my database. But on a trend basis, growth in full-time employment remains robust. The economy has added 266,000 full-time jobs over the last 12 months. See, this is the thing. Well, on the trend basis, it's trending. It's trending, guys. Unemployment is trending up. It's trending up. The fact that it's steady doesn't really change that trend, does it? So it depends. Past performance is never an indication of future success. Isn't that what we were always told when we were looking at investing and buying and things? So they're saying past performance of our economy means that everything else is going to be good. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So unemployment rate seasonally adjusted, 99 to present. So here we go, 99. It was at 7%. And unemployment shot down. And then boom, shot back up. Down a little bit, up and down, and maybe up again. Dun, dun, dun. So the election provides job boost. Economists also noted the federal election might have temporarily boosted employment, with tens of thousands of people hired to assist with polling booths and counting. Of course. And then that would affect the income, and it would affect the measurement under ABS and Centrelink. Yes. The data covered the election period that may account for the skew of part-time workers, ComSec chief economist Craig James said. Very smart, Craig. Good point there. Good point. I wouldn't have thought about that. You're right. That is a lot of people. Clearly, there are temporary jobs created each 3 years for election-related roles. Ms. Allen said this effect was likely to be small based on past experience. The Australian, well, even if it is a small, it's an uptick, and that means that steady claim that you're making isn't warranted, is it? Is it? Wouldn't be small to those people. The Australian Electoral Commission has noted about 80,000 temporary workers were hired for the election, she wrote in a note on the data. But most of these are probably already employed based on previous commentary from the ABS. Typically, the ABS said there is limited impact. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. I've never done that. Let me know in the comments. Have any of you ever worked on election for the AEC? I guess it'd be pretty easy, wouldn't it? Couldn't be a hard job. Maybe I should do that next election. Oh, well, no. I'm doing all-day coverage of the election here. However, AMP Capital senior economist Diana Mosin disagrees, noting the election period coincided with the reference week for the ABS Labour Force Survey. We estimate that the election boosted jobs by around 20 to 30,000 this time around, so if we exclude this temporary employment, jobs growth looks weaker in May, she said. Job ads declines, warns of future employment weakness. Yes. The fall in the number of job advertisements indicate that employment growth is likely to keep slowing over coming months. Employment website Seek estimates that it accounts for about a third of job placements in Australia through ads on its website. The number of those ads declined by 6.5% in May 2019 compared to the same month a year earlier. However, Seek's managing director for Australia and New Zealand, Kendra Banks, said the fall was coming from a record year for job ads in 2018. While many job ad volumes are still down from 2018, it is important to note that 2018 was somewhat of an anomaly, with the highest jobs and volumes in the past decade, she noted. If we compared May 2019 to May 2017, we see that this month had 3% more jobs advertised. The main sectors holding up employment, according to Seek's figures, were education, run by government, healthcare, mainly run by government, farming and conservation, mining and energy, sports and recreation, all of which posted solid increases in ads over the past year. On the flip side, property-related industries, design and architecture, construction, plus real estate and property, all slow job ads decline by about 20% or more. Well, for those of you that don't know, I'm actually an architect, and that's always a concerning sign. Even though I'm running my own business, I just like to keep my pulse on what other people are doing, because it just shows you if other people are busy and hiring, it's generally good. So, however, declining job ads are broad-based across the economy, with 22 out of 28 industry sectors reporting a fall in advertised vacancies over the past year. Banking and finance, engineering, trades and services, sales, manufacturing and transport, logistics, admin, and office support, advertising and media, as well as call center and customer service, all had double-digit declines in jobs over the past year. So let's compare, education. A big chunk of that will be government, and even if it's the private sector, a lot of it is, they do receive government funding. Healthcare, government. So farming and conservation, mining, and sports and sports, that would be, I'd say, somewhat dependent on government, not as much. But compared to look at all the sectors that are declining. What's that tell you, guys? What do you reckon? I'm going to have another drink. Okay. A tale of two territories. NT nation's weakest, ACT strongest. Well, okay, I'm not going to read any more than this right now, and I'm going to assume that it's because the ACT is full of public servants. So by region, the Northern Territory had the biggest fall in ads, negative 20%. Followed by New South Wales, negative 9.9, and Victoria, negative 7.5. The ACT was the only state or territory that reported an increase in advertised vacancies, plus 12.9%. However, that increase in available jobs has not translated into higher salaries, with salaries for advertised job in the ACT up just 0.3% over the past year, the lowest in the nation. Advertised wage increases were highest in Tasmania at 5.8%, although it remains the lowest paid state with an average advertised salary of $78,000. Yeah, but everything else is so much cheaper in Tasmania too. Housing is cheaper, food's cheaper. New South Wales continued to have the highest paid workers with averaged advertised salary of $89,000, followed closely by the ACT. Well, yeah, but New South Wales, particularly in Sydney, it costs a fortune to buy a house. You compare one in Tasmania. I mean, okay. Anyway, I know why they're painting this picture, but it's pointless. The cost of living is different in each state. Definitely different. I mean, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the predicted. Hang on, I'll bring this up here. Let me just find my reference for property prices in different states. So here we have the property prices, and you can see in all of the different states here in Australia, and the cost. What do we got? We've got Hobart units 361,000, and let's compare that to Sydney units 705,000. So they're comparing, two locations where one costs, the housing cost is double. So are the wages double? Not really. Nope. No, they're not. So yeah, I mean, Tasmania ain't too bad. I know there's a lot of vacancies in Lonnie, apparently. Someone left in a comment before. They've got good bogues there, and it's lovely down in Launceston. So guys, let me know what you think about all of this. Do you think that they're framing it as, unemployment remains steady at 5.2 despite an extra job? So these jobs here, if they're just the extra jobs for the election, that's 20, 30,000, and the increase in part-time jobs is, underemployment, which has gone up. Yeah, I think that's the headline that should be read. Underemployment has increased. It's increased. So that's it's affirmation of, or confirmation, I'd say, of the trend that we're seeing. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ding the bell to see my daily updates, and I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.